Greetings, happy Thanksgiving to everyone. David Nuno here. TexAgs Rewind brought to you by T-Mobile, a proud sponsor of this show. Visit T-Mobile.com/acrossamerica to learn more about how you can get value and coverage with T-Mobile. Everybody here from the fan show looking around like, dude, we have grown up. A sponsor.
Corporate sponsor. It's like legit sponsor, but then all of a sudden I look up and I got Brownie's big head back there. Man, we got to talk about that. T-Mobile maybe want their money back.
Well,
must be because the T on his head.
I'm not going to tussle with Bronny, but...
No, I wouldn't.
So a couple things we did today. For some reason, like diet and fitness and Thanksgiving dinner came up. You guys all have your opinions. You don't like turkey. What did you not like?
Brussels sprouts.
Green bean casserole.
Okay, turkey's good.
Coleslaw.
Coleslaw is what I think about that. Chris Landry was on here. He feels very high about the chances of A&M beating LSU. They got to play their game. I think most people at this table think A&M.
That was a good interview too.
Yeah, he's good. He's
just
good.
very, very frank about his team.
Yeah, he's legit. We also did Recruiting Country with that guy. Am I pointing right? Yep. And Fan Show. Fan Show. You offered some really nice words about Thanksgiving, so that was a good job. We'll have that on the TexAgs Rewind. And I also, and this one's going to be for everybody, and I already got into an argument on the message boards with somebody, pick a Thanksgiving plate that you have to eliminate forever. And you could pick one you have to keep forever, too, if we want to make it interesting. But I want to get rid of something. Thanksgiving is so good, but you got to get rid of one thing. How about when you go to a family Thanksgiving and there's all these plates on there, and you're like, and everybody, oh, you got to try my green bean casserole. And you're like, I don't want to try that. Here's the coleslaw. It's the best. I don't like coleslaw. Doesn't matter. You'll love it. No, I won't. So what are you going to pick to eliminate forever? And with that, we begin the Go Hour with my buddy, Olin Buchanan, the Heisman Trophy voter, and the man of the people. Good morning.
Yeah, you already mentioned mine, that green bean casserole.
Not a fan.
They could throw that away. And it looks to me with all that cream of mushroom soup and that someone ate too many green beans and threw them up, man. I'm just appalled by green bean casserole.
I'm appalled at coleslaw as a meal, no matter where you're at. It doesn't matter. You like coleslaw?
Yeah.
There is nothing good about coleslaw, in my opinion.
I like it.
Oh, bleh. And yeah,
especially I don't mean to get trying to get on Richard Zane's good side, but I have a friend who's Jewish, and I went to his father-in-law's house one time, and his father-in-law was telling me, "Say, oh, you got to have this. You got to have this. Okay, you don't have to." And I went, "Oh my gosh, this is great. I don't know, what was in it, but yeah." I like coleslaw.
I fake an injury in that situation. I'll have a fake heart attack. I'll do whatever it takes to get away from having coleslaw. Not my thing.
No, don't like cabbage.
No, I don't like cabbage. I'll have cabbage if it's done, like my wife makes a sausage and cabbage. That's pretty good. But just the coleslaw, the mayo, and all that.
It's funny. I'll go by one of the either of the two chicken finger places that rhyme.
Yep.
And they're almost surprised when they say, do you want extra fries to the coleslaw? I say, no, I'll take the. And they're like, what?
I'm offended that it comes with coleslaw. I think that is a disservice to America.
I'll say this. I personally have never heard of coleslaw at Thanksgiving.
Well, that's what somebody said on the message boards. And I've seen it, and I've had to fake it, and I've Googled it, and it comes in at number 6 according to the Google machine.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
To me, it's turkey.
Yep.
It's dressing.
Yep.
Mashed potatoes.
Sweet potatoes sometimes?
Sweet potatoes or yams,
Yep.
And then, dessert, there's pumpkin pie. We're not having pumpkin pie at our house.
I don't know.
We got pecan pie.
Pecan pie, that's good. How is LSU so good? What do they do to make life so hard for teams to run?
Well, they still have a lot of young talent on defense. And I mean, they're down, 3-4 corners, and they still got guys that can play. So they do a really good job. But up front, they do a good job with their pressure package. They've really, ironically, as they're playing A&M, what really got them moving in that direction was when they saw what A&M did against Alabama. So, and they had the bye week before Alabama. So they put in a lot of pressure packages, a lot more blitz looks, and it's worked very effectively. So that's the biggest thing. And that's going to be the biggest challenge, is to try to block the pressure package, have outlet guys available. You've got to be prepared for that. So it's almost, you can the Aggies can pretty much blame themselves for giving the blueprint which they're probably going to face this week. A lot of pressure. That's football, of course. That's coaching in football. They do a really good job there. I think the issue for them, though, and you're right, they got no offense. So I would compare this game more along the lines of what A&M had against Auburn. An offense that was going to be limited, scoring a lot of points. So, I think that's going to be a real opportunity to create some negative plays, field position. So it's, I think it's different than, say, an Ole Miss where you can do a good job defensively, but you're going to still give up some points. I don't see that unless they really have the Aggies have a real bad game defensively. I don't see this as big of a threat. Now, look, you've got to prepare if you're coaches that it's going to be a big threat. You're going to get LSU's best. You got to, hey, sell it. It's, Orgeron's Alaska. It's all of those things. But I think A&M's in good. This is a game. Shame on them if they lose this game. There's no reason for them to lose it. I probably just gave more fodder to the bad Andrew syndrome, because if it happens, I'll hear about it. Like, oh, you lied to us. But no, really, this should be a game that they would handle.
All right, so what I worry about beyond that is that these games against Bama, great offense, close. I'm trying to think the other game that was really close, but they've had a couple recently that have been, Arkansas, excuse me. An offense that can run and pass on you, close. So is this game going to come down to what Zach Calzada is able to do at the quarterback spot?
Oh, I think that's going to be a big part of it. I mean, he's got to make good decisions. I think you got to protect the football. I mean, I think if the only way that A&M loses this game is if they lose it. If they turn it over, they make a bunch of mistakes, they give LSU short fields, because this is a team that doesn't have a very good offense. So you don't help it out. Make them go the length of the field. A punt is a good play in this game. If you're in them, just get them that. Again, if you look at the Auburn game, I mean, it wasn't like it wasn't a great performance by Texas A&M's offense. They just field position. Auburn couldn't sustain anything, and then eventually the dam cracked, and you got points out of the defense. I think it could be that type of a game. I mean, we don't know. It's football. You got to see it play out. But from a stylistic standpoint, that is what LSU can and can't do. So I kind of see it that way personally more than anything. Watch it be a shootout game, but I'd be shocked.
Mark, I really wanted to start with the visitor list, though, from
let's do that.
Prairie View.
Let's go.
I mean, it's an 11 a.m. kick against an FCS opponent, your last home game of the year, and let's rattle off who was in town.
You start.
5-star. Harold Perkins.
Perk.
Keontae Goodwin.
Yep.
Kelvin Banks. Connor Wigman, and I'm missing one. I tweeted it. Who am I missing? Somebody got to let me know who I'm missing. There was 5 stars.
Cam wasn't there. Theodore.
Theo Orstrom was on an OV, so was Keontae Goodwin. But Orstrom wasn't the 5-star. I got it right here. I tweeted it on Saturday, and just the names have slipped my mind. But did you see the pictures of Keontae Goodwin?
Huge, and how small Jimbo looked.
Block out the sun big.
Yeah.
It's insane how big that dude is. All right, let me get through this. But I was like, the photos that came out of that kid were just incredible. Denver Harris. Yeah. So that's 5 stars and an 11 a.m. kickoff against the FCS team. And that was the gist of my tweet was there's no such thing as a throwaway recruiting weekend. And especially when we're getting down to the nitty gritty here, right? We're 3 weeks away from early signing period. By the way, have you gotten your show prep rolling on that?
No, I think that's what next week's going to be all about.
Yeah. And I was talking to a buddy of mine just in town yesterday, and he was asking, what can A&M do in this next month? And like I continue to say, like pie in the sky, they could end up getting 7 5-stars in this class. Now, do I think it'll happen? No. But you start looking at each of these recruitments individually, and you start going, well, who's in a better spot than A&M right now? And you're 3 weeks away with a guy like Jimbo Fisher as your closer.
So I think there's a lot of things that we can be thankful for. as Aggies, not just our great university and the Aggie family and the Aggie network, but how things are going over in the athletic department. That's what we care about. We don't come here and talk about engineering and accounting. We come here to talk about Aggie sports. I think we've got a lot to be thankful for, and at the top of that list is, like you were saying earlier, it's the coaches that we have. Quality programs have quality coaches. And you go back to the Bill O'Brien thing, maybe he's doing a good job, maybe he's not. Maybe Sark was doing a good job, maybe he wasn't. So maybe it's not the coach in that position. But we know that for us, it's the coach in that position that's providing the success for the program that we have and the upward trajectory. And I think, it's one of those the sky's the limit kind of things. What we can do with this program and what we're continuing to put together with the LSU game on the horizon, a potential going to the Outback Bowl kind of thing, the recruiting class that we're about to sign, which is completely insane. So there are so many things to be so excited about. And that's why I think, although LSU has a bowl game to play for and it's the Edo Swan song and all that, the motivation on the two sidelines is completely different. And so that's why I feel pretty confident about this game. I'm not saying we're going to go in there and win 52-10 or anything, but
I'd like that.
I'd love it. I would absolutely love
awesome.
it.
Yeah.
So, but I'm excited for this week. I love the holidays, Cowboys on Thanksgiving too. So
well said. And then we got the Egg Bowl to watch as well. That could have some ramifications for the Aggies. All right, that'll do it for the Wednesday edition of TexAgs Rewind, brought to you by T-Mobile. Chase, you haven't been here in a minute. What do we need to do?
We need to like, subscribe, comment, and share on the YouTube page.
How many people actually watch this part of the video? You think if you were to take do you think anybody's actually watching us telling them? And how many people actually do it?
I can tell you who does. This guy.
We might have to front load the like, comment, subscribe thing, so they have to listen to it before
All right. Or maybe we do like a magic word that you can win, like
a prize. A day with Lucci.
A day with Roy. Because I don't want to get
well, the other
Roy would be fun.
Somebody was South McKinney.
Hope you
last
like
time we did it.
South McKinney.
It was South McKinney last time we did it.
South McKinney. Cheerio. All right.
Righto.
I got great
Happy
accents.
Thanksgiving.
Enjoy. Thanks.